Hi all, so welcome to the today's class. So today we will read about classes, what are classes, why we should use them, and we will see what different type of functions which are available in the class. So this is the default function in C++, but in real it is not like that. So let's see like what is the architecture of class and what is class. So class is the combination of variables and function. That's it. So let's check how we can create class. So this is class, some dummy class. So in this class we can define section like what type do you want, like the variables and the function. So either it can be public means I can change that variable or access that variable or function from outside that class, or like let me write protected too. So these are three different variants or the security you can provide to variables. So let's imagine int a is equals to 23. This is one variable. In protected we will see afterwards int b is equals to 43. What else? Okay, so and let's create one functions also, void say hi, and we will create one function void say hi twice. So this dummy class, it's the combination of variable and the functions, correct? Right. So what we can do, one thing is, so first we will see the difference between the object and class. So right now it's not consuming any size in the memory, right? So as soon as we will create an object or initialize an object, it means I will allocate a memory for this class. So whatever size it will contain, it will allocate the memory and we will store it in a variable. So it's a dummy class type of variable. Previously we used to write integer, string, float, right? So but we have created a class, so this is a variable type now. I do want to save a data of type dummy class, and I will name this variable as some dummy. Okay, equals to. So how we can initialize it? One way is to write like this, or I can also write new dummy class, and but it will be a pointer. So as soon as we will put new keyword here, new means it will create a pointer, right? So it will point to the address where we are saving the data. And if we will remove it, just a plain variable where we are storing the data. Here we are talking about the actual data. Here we are not talking about the address. So this is the difference between the new keyword and without new keyword. So if I will access some dummy dot say hi. See, so if I will play in say hi, see out hi, well, and and in say hi twice, I will see out hi hi, and l. If I will play, if I will run the code, you can see like it will print the high ones, right? So high is printing, and if I will try to access some dummy dot, if I will try to write say hi twice, it is not finding the definition because we have defined these two things inside the private. It means this these things can be accessed inside this class only. These functions or this variable will not be accessible outside this class. So right now this is the class section, right? Like here it's the closing of the class, it's the closing of the class. So we cannot, like, we can access this function or this variable inside this class. Like here I will define some random function. Here I am just writing some function. If I will try to call B, if I will try to print B or say hi twice, it will do that. Like we can do that, right? Okay, here it is white, that's why it is giving me that error. So let's do one thing. Just call this function say hi twice. See, and here in this class section, if I'm trying to write call this function say hi or say hi twice, I can access both. But this is not the case here, right? Because it is giving me that error. But if I will move this function to public, now I should be able to call this function. I think now you do have understanding of public private. Protected we will cover it in the next class when we will read about the inheritance. So I think you have got the idea, right? Next thing is the copy constructor and destructor. I think you have the knowledge of object and class. So this is what we will call the object of the class. So this is the class. So the class will not consume any data. Object means we are creating a variable and storing a value. So in the memory, it will create the memory for this class where you can store the data, call the function and access the variables here. Here in some dummy, I can also dot a, I can change the content. So here in this class, the default value of a was 23, but through the object, what I'm doing, I'm saying okay, change the data a to 33. And I can print the value of a. Sorry, some dummy dot a. So to access the function or variable, you just have to put dot, and you can access the value, the variable, and the functions. I think now you do have the fair understanding of why we should use classes and why. So let's imagine, let's have the practical example where you can call classes. Let's imagine you have students and there are 50 students, and for all the students you do want to store the student name, address and value. So how you will do that? So one of the option is like I can have the class called students, and in the public section or private section, what I can do, so in public section I will create void get student info, and in the private section, or I will for now let's work in public only, so it will be really easy to understand. And here we will have the sorry, not this one, string name. We'll create some name, address, sex and class. And in the get student info, I will print out the value of name, the address, sex and class. Class means like this standard in which he is studying. So this is the basic variables which I have created. So if I do want to store like 5 students data, what I will do, let's first let's check how we can create our students and how we can store its value. So one of the ways like I can do student is student1 is equals to student, and it will so right now I do have a object here of type student, right? And here right now we haven't stored any value, so by default it will contain the garbage value in address name sex. So what I will do, student1 dot name is equals to some let's say Raj is name. We'll duplicate its value, we'll store its address. uh, this is Raj address, and sex, let's say it's male, and for class, so it's in primary class. Let's example, if I will try to print the value of this student1 dot get student info, it will print that value. So it's quite formalized here, right? So you can see here we have print the data. Just to format it better, oh, okay, my fault. Oh, okay. So just to formalize this better, mm, okay, my fault. Actually, it should come here, and L will copy paste it here. We are just storing the value here, so I'm not printing out anything. So obvious it will give us that error. Sorry for being stupid here. So let me rerun the program again. Here you can see in the name is Raj, address is Raj address, the X is male, and the class is primary. So this is a perfect example where it is very much formalized, right? So in the next tutorial we will read about copy constructors, so we can store the data in more formalized way, and we will also see how to save the multiple students data. I will give you a hint. We will use array as we have covered the array in the previous tutorial. Like in Unreal we usually have T arrays, and here we do have array. First we will cover array, and when we will make the game you will have that perfect understanding of class and arrays. So thank you. I think you have a fair understanding of classes, what are classes, what are the objects, how we can access the variable and the functions inside any class, and why we should use them. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye. Please like and subscribe.